Shalom, shalom. Start this lesson first and foremost. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Double honor to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who rule well and push out 100% truth and truth, sincerity. And shalom to the whole four-legged scattered across the four winds. Lord, one, this lesson be edifying. And I'm going to get straight to the point. The topic of this lesson is going to be, our people are hard-headed. Our people don't want to listen, That you have it to where the Lord has his prophets, his mouthpiece, his men on the highways and byways, putting these videos out, doing what's pleasing inside the Lord, edifying, preaching the word, preaching this gospel, and our people, they don't want to take heed, our people, they don't want to listen, they rather scoff, they rather scoff and just, they don't want to hear the good news, man. Our people are very stubborn people. Let me add that precept. Our people are very sottish, very stupid people. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 4, verse 22. And it says, "For my people is foolish, they have not known me. They are sottish children," and sottish goes into very stupid, and they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge. Here you have it to where you have Jake make music about cooking dope, make music about how to scam somebody out of $1 million. All this stuff that's unnecessary. Wickedness. They're good in wickedness, but to do good they have no knowledge. Like, they have no knowledge of the scriptures. They have no knowledge of their heavenly Father. Nor do they want to get it. Nor do they want to listen. Because what? This is the book of Matthew chapter 13, verse 15. "For this people's heart is waxed gross, and their ears are dull of hearing." The heart goes in the mind, so their mind is waxed gross, and their ears are dull of hearing, and their eyes they have closed. Their spiritual eyes. They don't have that spiritual eyesight. They don't have that spiritual eye sound. Lest that any time they should see with their eyes and hear with their ears, and should understand with their heart, and should be converted, I should heal them. So ultimately, our people, they don't want this word. They don't want to hear the word. They don't want to get the understanding. The moment you start to tell them the word, they fan their hand. They cover their ears. Our people, they ultimately, Jake don't want to get the word. That's why 2/3 of our people got to die. And also, we understand that ultimately this word is for the elect only. Only the elect is going to understand and receive this word and hearken to this word. Another precept I want to bring out is Isaiah chapter 1, verse 3. "The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib, but Israel does not know. My people do not consider." And they don't consider. Jake into all type of everything. Jake's into everything. But to know the Lord, they don't consider. Jake got that zeal, but not according to knowledge. Verse 4, it says, "A sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters." So our people are corrupters. They're laden in iniquity. They're evildoers. That's the state of our people right now. They have forsaken the Lord. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger. They are gone away backwards. So instead of moving forward, our people move backwards. Our people turn even worse. And they're bringing the Lord to anger. And we were once in that predicament, but the Wadiyah Bashim Yashai, the Lord called us out of darkness into his marvelous light, and the Lord gives us a chance. He gives us an opportunity to repent through Yahushai, to make amends for our sin and to make things right. And that's the condition of our people. That's the mentality of our people, That's the what's the word I'm looking for? Countenance. There we go. That's the countenance of our people, That's how they carry themselves. And verse 5, "Why should ye be stricken anymore? Ye revolt more and more. The whole head is sick and the whole heart is faint." So it's like the Lord is like, hey, why should I correct you anymore? Every time he does correction, our people get worse and worse and worse. And what else did I have? Oh yeah, this right here. Because Our people, they don't want to hearken to the Lord. You know, they don't want to listen to the Lord. They don't want to adhere to what the Lord has to say. So who's our people listening to? You know, this is the book of Isaiah chapter 30 verse 1. Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel but not of me, and that cover with a covering but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. You know, hey, woe means death and destruction. And who are they taking counsel from? They're taking counsel from these Edomites, you know, they trust in Joe Biden, creepy Biden, sleepy Joe. That's who our people are trusting in, you know. That's who our people are going to for advice. People, the Edomites basically, you know, people that's off. Instead of getting the correct advice from the Lord, you know, through his men, they rather go to the enemy, you know. Verse 2, that walk down into Egypt, and you know what? Egypt represents the bondage, rules in bondage in Egypt, and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. So our people trust in America. They trust in the system. They trust in the society. They trust in the president, you know. Verse 3, therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust and the shadow of Egypt your confusion. Today, they ain't for you at the end of the day. You know, we understand that, hey, this devil gonna come down with a great wrath, you know. We understand never trust thy enemy. Hey, this man Esau evil, man. Y'all trusting in Esau, you know, your enemy, you know. The person who has a continual, perpetual hatred for you people. And that's who you people are trusting in. You know, and that's why it says, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt, the confusion, because this place is spiritually Egypt, because we're still in captivity. You know? And we're still in captivity. Also, we're still in bondage as well, because Egypt was captivity and bondage. But jumping down to verse 8, now go write it before them in a table and note it in a book, that it may be for the time to come forever and ever. And when it says noted in that table in the book, it's talking about these scriptures, you know, the Bible. Verse 9, you know, that this is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of the Lord. And you see Jake, man. Jake is rebellious. You know, Jake be lying for no reason. And Jake don't want to listen. Jake don't want to adhere to the word. You know, Jake is hard-headed. You know, very hard-headed people, you know. Verse 10, would say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits. So Jake's so off, they want to tell the prophets to prophesy stuff that's incorrect. Tell them lies, prophesy to them deceits. That's the state of our people. You know, they don't want to hear the truth, they want to hear lies. You know? Verse 11, get you out of the way, turn aside out of the path, cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us. So that's what they're saying. Hey, man, we ain't trying to hear that, man. Cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us. You know, hey, go away with that. You know, get away with that. That's the mindset of our people. But hey, what does the Lord say? Wherefore thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because he despised his word and trusted in oppression and perverseness and stay thereon, because he trusts in oppression, because this devil's only oppressing you, and he trusts in perverseness and it stays thereon. Therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, sweating out in a high wall, whose breaking cometh suddenly at an instant. And hey, this is going to be your downfall, and it's going to come at an instant. You know? You know, I want to say, you know, I'll bring that out. Peace. Safety. I don't know why it's in that NKJV. Boom. This is the book of 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 verse 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then set of destruction cometh upon them as a woman with child, and they shall not escape. So hey, you know, because you want to trust in this place, you want to trust in these, you know, this devil, these Edomites, you know, you don't want to listen to the word. You don't want to listen to the prophets or what the Lord has to say. Hey, this place is ultimately going to be your downfall, you know, and it's going to be like a breach ready to fall, you know, swung out a high wall. You know, when you think about it with your roof. You know, you have a water leak and it's like a bubble, you know, and it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger to a point where it breaks instantly, you know. That's how it's going to be, because you want to trust in this place. You know, hey man, hey, Babylon's through. This place is finished. You know, we see what's going on in the world. We see the state and the condition of the world, and with everything that's going on. Hey, continue to pray. Continue to talk to your power. Continue to tap in with your power, because the time's at hand. Prophecy is speaking. We see what's happening. Hey, continue to trust in the Lord, man. Especially with the times that we're coming into. Trust in the Lord, call on the Lord. Seek the Lord while you may be found. When I say these things, I'm speaking to myself first and foremost. Hey, it's almost crunch time. Fourth quarter. Like I like to say, I used to say 30 seconds on the clock, but I feel like it's 15 seconds now. Hey, maybe 10 seconds on the clock. Lock in. Speaking to myself first and foremost, we gotta lock in. And with that being said, I just want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Double honors to our elders, apostles of Great Millstone, who rule well and push out 100% truth into sincerity. And shalom to the hopeful elect scattered across the four winds. Lord, when the session was edifying. Until the next, shalom.